Right, well I'm outside in the garden with the Yagerphone. I put a video up of this yesterday and it was quite successful actually. I haven't shown it really before apart from when I first got it. I'm in the carport. It's it's hot out here, it's a bit noisy out here too. So I'm kind of testing out some kit and testing out microphones and things, and we'll just have to see what it's like. But anyway, there's the machine there. If I stand back, you can probably see it on my chest camera. It's a cheap 1930s portable floor standing machine, but it's full of portable components. It's got a sort of Garage 20 type motor, I believe. Soundbox is sort of fairly generic. It's actually missing the needle screw, so I can't demonstrate this at the minute. And the platter, unfortunately, has suffered, so I put a replacement one on too, but that's the original winding handle there. So let's just have a little look inside. Let's move a few bits away. It's veneered plywood, I think, oak veneer. It's got quite a nice sort of logo inside. Yeah, it's a smart little machine. It wouldn't have been expensive, but it's a smart little machine. It's got a Decca soundbox on it at the minute. Let's pull that off and have a look. Maybe show it to that camera there. So that's just a standard sort of H&V small bore fitting. Nothing special there. It's quite a nice soundbox actually. Came off a Decca 10, I think. And then inside we've got space for a couple of needle tins or needle pots there, and we've got the tone arm and the platter. So let's just take the platter off, and you can see inside that we've got a sort of garage style speed control and brake, and I think it's a garage tone arm in there as well. Nothing very spectacular. Now I have taken the liberty of removing the screws so that I can actually lift out the motorboard. I've never actually had the motorboard out on this machine, but let's give it a quick go now. Motor's actually running. Right. So you can see inside this, first time I've ever seen inside this machine, appears to be a piece of wood with some green stuff on it. There appears to be a coin, a penny coin down there as well. Let's have a look at the motor. What is it? Okay, so this is actually a Garage number 11, and you can see that's running. I mean, that's really quiet actually. I do wonder whether somebody's actually serviced this motor. Now, yesterday I recorded the very first time it played, and it played through a whole record, no trouble at all. I'm going to try playing another record, and as I'm outside I'm going to use a bit of a thicker needle. But there we are. That's not too bad at all. But you can see it's just, if I get it on camera, it's just cheap plywood that's been, I think, oak veneered. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure there, but I think that's oak veneer. Certainly the rest of the case I'm pretty sure is oak veneer. So anyway, let's put that in. I mean, that's kind of silent. I mean, I'd like to get this machine up and running and sort of restored, but you know, on the face of it, there's just nothing that I really need to do to that motor. That motor is actually working really quite nicely. Right, let's put it back in. Just going to leave everything that's in there. I'm just going to leave in there, including the penny coin, which won't do the sound any good. But you can see the horn. You can see at the front there that the cloth over the grill at the front is damaged, so I'm going to have to replace that. It needs a good sort of clean up. It needs some of the veneer sorting out as well. Never done any veneer work before, but this might be a good project to start on. Anyway, let's try and get this back in. Not sure if that's in properly or not. See if I can put the winding handle back in. Right, winding handle appears to be in, which is a good sign. Put the platter on again. In fact, while we're here, let's just have a look at the two platters. This is actually of a Columbia portable, but it's a Decca part, not a Decca part, a Garrard part. And this here is the original one, which was also a virtually identical Garrard part. So I think the parts are all Garrard, just put into a wooden case made by the Yagerphone company, which actually, if you look them up, there's an interesting sort of court case connected to their liquidation when they went bust in the early 1930s. So they've made history, but not for their gramophones apparently. Right, give it a bit of a wind. The lid stays of an unusual design, but it's very flimsy. I'm sure it does the job, but it's not great really. Right, that might be better. I find these little Garrard motors, even though they've got really very small springs, they do take quite a few winds. You can wind them up quite a lot, and they do tend to play a whole record, which is very encouraging. So wind this one a bit more. Hopefully the spring won't break. Right, that's started to get stiff now, that'll do. And in fact the brake is only barely holding it. Pop the soundbox on. Just need a record and a needle now. So I've got several microphones going. I've got a lavalier microphone actually on me, and then I've got a Zoom microphone, Zoom H1N I think it is, nearby, and then I've got a couple of, well in fact there's 4 microphones on cameras, but only 2 of them are remotely any good. And we're going to have this Edison Bell winner, Little White House, because it's a good song, and I happen to know that it's okay on YouTube. I don't seem to get any copyright problems with it.
With a little green blind at the end of Honeymoon Lane. Just a little white gate that early and late seems to say, won't you please come again? You leave troubles outside and your joys just begin when a little front door whispers, won't you come in? To the little white house with a little green blind at the end of honeymoon lane. Troubles outside and your joy just begin when a little front door whispers, won't you come in?
Well, acoustically that wasn't too much to shout about. That was a rather thicker needle than I would normally use to play. Maybe that's pushing the soundbox. Soundbox hasn't been rebuilt, and anyway, it's not the right soundbox for this machine anyway, so that can always be addressed. But certainly, in terms of the motor running and it just playing all the way through the record, yeah, it does. Well, if you like that, then give me a like, and if you've got any comments, then please leave them below. And if you've enjoyed this video, then you might like this one too. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.